Hi, hi, beautiful soul. Today, I want to talk to you about an exciting topic, how to start your business. It's all about setting the foundation to be able to create your dream business and also your dream lifestyle. So I have my notes here so that I don't forget anything. So let me talk about my story a little bit, how it started for me. I also have a very exciting announcement that I want to make. And we are going to talk about how to start, how I started the foundations of my business. Long ago, I had this inspiration after our son was born that I want to share everything that I've learned so far so that they can, our kids can have a base to start in life. So I started with a blog called Nurture Body and Soul. So if I look here, it's because I also have YouTube and Instagram where I'm doing the live right now. All right, so I started Nurture Body and Soul as a blog and I wanted to monetize it. But I soon realized that it's not just about writing. And let's go back a little bit. I first started that blog anonymously on blog post, right, from Google, because I was working as a consultant and I didn't know how the people I was working with would take that. You know, the fear of being seen. You want to follow your dreams, but you don't want it to compromise your job, right? So I started it first on the side anonymously. And then I created the website Nurture Body and Soul so I could go public with it. But I was so still not ready to go full in it, to go all in and show my social media and stuff. So I was still thinking about how can I make this successful. And also I felt some mom guilt for that project to take away my time with my family and with my kid, right? Now we have 3 kids, and it's also a very important thing to know that even with a family, you can still follow your heart and create what you really want to create. So fast forward, I invested in myself in order to know how to make a business successful. But some of the courses that I take were so far uh, compared to my level where I was that it was not helpful for me. So it was more maybe directed to people who already had an idea and wanted to monetize that idea. But when you have so many passions, so many interests, it can be difficult to know um, which one to pick for starting your business. And this is one of the points that I will cover. So that announcement is that this Saturday I will start a course live, my brand new course, because I already have another course, a new you. And this brand new course will be called Feminine Rebirth. It's all about setting the foundation of your dream business the feminine way. Because on the way to learning how to set up my business and create a dream business, I was so overwhelmed by everything that there is to do, so that sometimes I just back off and say, okay, I need to take care of my family now. And I let the project sit there. So when you use the feminine way, you don't give everything only to the business, like grinding and not taking care of yourself, so that you can even burn out because you are having sleepless night working on your project. And then in the day, you are working with the kids, right? You are taking care of your family. And so you don't really have the time to take care of yourself. So I, although I was investing in myself with courses and so on, at this point I have invested more than multiple 5 figure in my own personal growth and in my own inner work. So although I was investing in myself, I couldn't see the result that I wanted. I just haven't started yet. I was blogging, writing, but I couldn't really see anything that I would consider as, yes, I am confident that I can go on this way. And then with time and with my investment in the project, I will be successful, right? So it is where I noticed that there was one piece missing. Instead of just doing the strategy, you also have to work on your mindset and on your inner work. I have this mentor who called inner work like personal development for the soul, and I totally love it. So if you are not working on your blockages, on your limiting belief, on the past traumas that you have had in your life, they will show up in some way to block you, to hold you back, to make you think that you are afraid of what people will think about you. You are afraid of showing yourself out there or speaking up, right? You are afraid of what people will think about your ideas and so on. So I was interested in the spiritual aspect of things, of life, all. And that's why I created that nurture body and soul, right? But I was not confident to share what I really thought in my heart. So this is back then, right? Many years ago. Today, it's so normal to talk about those things like manifestation, like understanding that we are not just the physical body, but that we are spiritual beings, right? And that the things that we create in this reality are the things that are already present in another reality. In our thought, for example, what is there is what we create our future. So back then, I wasn't that confident in talking about these kind of things because back then it wasn't something that you just see everywhere on YouTube like today, right? And so the fear of speaking up or speaking your truth or sharing your ideas, even if they are polarizing, they will be what calls to you your community, the people who are aligned with what you have to share. So let me check what I wanted to write here. Yes, so I was working also as an IT consultant because I have a background as a master degree in IT, right? And so I couldn't really share my thoughts freely because it will impact the way people, my clients, the client of the company I was working with, see my work. But one thing that I want to say is that you can start anonymously if it helps you, but also people are not so focused on you like you think. So you can start practicing your confidence in camera, in front of the camera, even when nobody knows you, right? Even when you go public, it's not like everybody is going to notice that all right away. And even if they notice, you can decide what is more important to you, right? Is the dream life that you are trying to create, the dream business that you are trying to create, is it worth letting someone's opinion come and make it disappear, right? Or is your dream life so important that you are ready to invest what it takes to make it happen, right? So instead of that fear of what other people will say, it's most important to work on yourself in order to dissolve those blockages that make you so concerned about what people think about you, right? Today, I left that job. I left my job and I am fully invested in my family and in my business. So the between story with the job, right? I changed jobs when I came back from parental leave. So I wanted to have a stepping stone to have the money that I then can invest in my business. And I had divine guidance in that moment. I thought I would be there for a few years or something, just as a stepping stone. right? But the circumstances were so that I only spent 6 months there because my guidance was like, what are you doing here? I was even trying to get promotions there. And what are you doing here getting promoted when you know in your heart that this is not the path for you, right? So the divine guidance have me get out of that place and go and really start what I wanted. So I started, when I went out there, I started with learning about trading. And the first client that I had was a trading client. But also there, it was still a stepping stone for me, because the whole time when I was learning about trading and everything, my heart was still calling me to go and do my real calling, so to speak, my real purpose that I've known since creating Nurture Body and Soul first, right? And sharing the knowledge that I have, sharing the wisdom that I have with the people who can benefit from it. So it's when I started really the inner work, investing in my inner work, that I could understand how you don't have to just follow the strategy. And I have this beautiful analogy, right? It's like you see a child trying to learn. A child sees you trying, a child sees you reading, and it takes a book and it thinks that when you hold that book like this is how you learn to read. So he's mimicking what you are doing, taking every evening his book and trying to read. But when you try to teach them the alphabet or the sound that the letters does, he's like, oh no, this is too boring. No, it's not going to bring me the result that I want. I'm going to read every night like you are doing, right? But once he is noticing, I'm doing this every night, but it's not bringing the results. How come, right? And then he start being interested to what you are doing. And so you teach them the sound of the letters and how they can be combined together. And this is the basics for learning to read, right? It's the same when you want to start a business. You can see what people do on the surface, like the strategies, how often they are posting and that kind of stuff, right? What kind of video they are doing. But is it really what makes them successful? Or is it something so basic that you are missing because you just see what you are just trying to mimic what they are doing according to your perception? So one of the gold breakthrough that I had recently is that it's not just about your strategy and what you are doing, or those people, it's not just about what they are doing, but it's also about their foundation on the inside. It's also about the inner work that they are doing. And because of that inner work, it gives them a certain energy that they bring when they are creating anything. That energy is the energy of authenticity, right? What you love about the people that you admire, think about them. Think about one or three persons that you admire. You see that what you love about them is that they are being authentic, right? They are being their real self. They are not trying to imitate somebody else. They are just being who they really are. They are following their divine guidance. They are following their intuition, right? So it's the same for you. How can you have what they have if you are not able to be who you are, if you are not able to be authentic, right? So this is why one of the most important points is really your authenticity, your intuition, listening to it, and then applying what is guiding you to do. And sometimes it will look like you are crazy, like me leaving my good paying job, highly paying job in IT, in tech, to go and start my own dream lifestyle and dream business, right? Well, I'm following my heart, right? Because before that, in childhood, I had the tendency to always be attracted to everything that is complicated, right? How can you be well, it's an aspect of the masculine energy, right? Like you take on every challenge and you are certain that you are going to be successful. Of course, you can, but at what cost, right? So, what if there is another way, the easy way, the flowing way, where you take your intuition and you follow what comes so easily to you, right? Instead of challenging yourself, of course, you have to constantly, every day, try to do something challenging, but there's a difference between the challenges that brings you distress, like decay of the body, and the challenges that bring you stress, like you feel inspired to go after that challenge and you know that you are fulfilling your life mission, instead of being challenged, like not sleeping, not taking care of yourself, and then ending in burnout, right? So there is the easy way, the feminine way, where you follow what seems so aligned, so easy, so like you were born for this, right? Because you have already so many talents, but why do you let them there and get and go to find what is the most difficult for you, what is not aligned with you, and then you struggle there. Our society where we live in is so habituated and addicted to suffering, to struggling, because it seems like the more you struggle, the more you grind, the more you have sleepless night, the more you are successful. But what kind of success can it be if it's bringing us diverse sicknesses, right? Burnout, depression, all of the mental illnesses, and then the other sickness like cancer and all of that. How can we define that as success, right? So, what if there's really another way where you can be more in harmony with your health, with your inner guidance, and follow what comes easily to you, and use what comes easily to you, what you are naturally attracted to learn more about, use that to build your dream business by helping other people exactly with that gift that you have or that you are working on perfecting, where you are learning a lot every day, right? So let me check what I wanted to talk about also. Yeah, so not caring what other people think, but also really taking good care of yourself. Because the feminine way is all about taking good care of yourself, being in touch in turn with your emotions, with your body, taking good care of yourself with nutrition, with things like walks in nature, with grounding, really working on keeping a high vibrational energy. Because when you create from that high vibrational energy, everything that you create is in alignment with what you really want, right? But if you create from a stress level, high stress level, from a frustrated place, from a dissatisfied place, the thing that you will create will have that energy as well, right? So really prioritize your high energy, your high vibrational energy, because it is what will make the difference between creating something that is really inspiring for you and for others, and creating something that, yes, is bringing money, but is also sucking the life out of you. Taking care of your body, it means exercising, having the routine that help you maintain a healthy body, and also your nutrition, right? Taking also supplements when your nutrition is, well, I highly recommend that you do a blood work to know what your levels are. For example, if you are a female, you have menstruation, and then you can be deficient in iron if you don't consume food that has high level of iron, then you need supplementation of iron, for example. And if you are deficient in iron, for example, it can lead to you feeling fatigued all the time. So I really recommend that you do a blood work to know where you are, and then to have a recommendation of some supplement that you can take. Iron is one of them, but there are also magnesium and stuff like that that can be deficient. All right, so taking care of our body will help us have that high vibration. Going for work in the forest, you see my past videos, I was a lot outside, enjoying the summer and the sun, right? And this is how you can express your creativity. You are doing your work, but it doesn't seem like work, it's more like play. Also, the old videos that I've created in the time where I was in a break, I'm just posting them right now. So this life is really my energy, where you are knowing that this is me at the current moment, right? And this is the beauty of technology, because those videos that I'm posting, that I was posting up to now, are videos that I've been creating. But when I was super focused on editing, those videos will still be on my hard drive waiting for the editing, right? So how can you simplify your work process? Where can you put your focus, like showing up, like doing your inner work, right? Like working on that authenticity by eliminating the block and embracing your shadow side, right? Where can you really put your focus instead of being so focused on the details that are not really important, like how many, I don't know, how many times you are watching and rewatching a video that you have edited. I'm not saying that it's not working for certain people, but when you are in the space of inner work, of feminine energy, of personal development for the soul, the most important is not how refined your editing is, I think, but it's more about how embodied you are in the things that you are learning, and how fast you can um, see your shadow side coming up and embrace it, right? Dissolving the limiting belief, dissolving the blockages. The idea for this live stream came also for one of my mentor from this course that I'm doing also. I couldn't even imagine that I can sit here in front of you and talk about how to start your business, because I'm really at the beginning. But she said something like, the inner work that you are doing right now is the best to teach, right? And it makes so much sense, because if the general advice is like, teach what you have learned 5 years ago, teach to your 5 year ago self. It also makes sense, but do you remember all the state in which that person was, right? It was also in a meditation that I had, like, imagine that you can see many versions of yourself from the past, right? And one question that those people are asking you is, how do I become you? How do I become you from the present? Because in the person that you are right now can be so concerned about the challenge of today. I have to make sure to stay hydrated. So that person can be so concerned about the challenge of the past, of today, that she's not aware that she has worked a long path behind her, right? Me 5 years ago, so concerned about what will my colleague think about me starting a blog or a YouTube. I couldn't even start a YouTube. I wanted to, but I couldn't, right? That person, what will people think about my thought on spirituality and manifestation and that kind of stuff, about quantum leaping, about that kind of stuff, right? Knowing something, but not being courageous enough to open your throat chakra, so to speak, your energy center of speaking up, of sharing what you know, right? So that person asking me today, how do I become you? Because that person has some limiting beliefs, has some challenges that make her not see what I know today, right? And that's why when I heard that, I had tears coming up because I wasn't aware that there is somebody out there in the same situation where I was years before and praying for God to help them. Because the one other thing is that you will think, oh, everybody's already doing what I wanted to do, so there's no point in doing that, right? But that one person needs your voice, they need your experience, they need the blueprint that you used to be able to take you from that past place to the place where you are right now. That is valuable for that person. So they are praying, please, 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 God, show me the way. And what if the way were you having the courage to eliminate those blocks and to come and say, okay, I will share what I've learned so far. I'm not there, not yet there where I plan to be, but I am in the process of going there. And in that process, I have done step 1 and step 2. So let me teach those steps to somebody else while I am learning how to go to step 3 and 4 and 5 and I don't know, 10, right? So what you know right now is valuable. Your experiences up to now can be very valuable for somebody else. And so you can work on your own limitations also around valuing yourself, knowing your self-worth, and also valuing money in order to exchange the wisdom that you have gained, the knowledge that you have with some monetary exchange and also with a community, right, of like-minded people. So it's like you are planting on the daily the seeds for your dream. And those seeds will blossom at their divine timing, right? You don't plant a seed and say like, okay, why is it not growing yet, right? It's like you are planting it, and every day you should take care of it, like watering and letting the sunlight come. And this is what you do, taking the weeds away, right? This is what you do when you do your inner work, when you are constantly working on expanding, right? For example, with the money part, you have a way of thinking about money that you inherited with from the people around you, your parents, your teachers, your partner, husband, wife, right? And that makes you believe some things about money. And what if all those things were limitations, were limiting you, right? That's why it's also important for you to expand those thoughts, those beliefs that you have around money, around creating your business. And with that inner work, with that growth, then you are able to create not only a dream business, but also your dream lifestyle, where you are not becoming the slave of your business, not sleeping anymore and not being fulfilled anymore, but feeling like I have to do this, I have to continue. You can take a moment and create the kind of business that will be fulfilling for you. What if it was possible, right? And it's possible for other people, like those mentors that you think about, right? They have shown what is possible. And so why not for you? Why is it not possible for you as well? The thing of inner work is to convince yourself. You can write down what your beliefs are, what your perception is of the different things like money, like business, um, like health. What does it mean for you to be healthy, to be wealthy? And then see the people around you who have what you aspire to have, right? They have shown that it's possible. So why not you? And it can take you the time that it will take, depending on your background, depending on how deep your limiting beliefs already are, right? When you feed the limiting belief, they become deeper, they become anchored in you. And when you feel your dreams, your possibilities, they also become bigger and they can liberate you. They can bring you that freedom. They can bring you the freedom that you desire, right? The miracle that it is to live a life that seems like a dream life for you and for the people um, who are looking what you are doing, right? So let me make sure that I didn't forget anything here. Yes, I talk about keeping that high vibrational energy and also removing the block. Also, when you beautify the superficial, when you make yourself beautiful, you are elevating your energy, right? There is the dark feminine energy that also helps you to unlock that voice, right? You know that people can judge you, but you are courageous enough to protect your dreams and your dream life, right? And to say, okay, I know I'll be judged, but I'm courageous to do what I have to do, right? And also the importance of the masculine energy, that is going to be what we call the self-discipline, right? It's going to be that structure that help you to bring your dreams to life, to make that feminine part of you get her desires, her dream life. For that, you need also the structure, like the discipline, if the consistency in what you are doing, right? Taking action, having the courage to expand your boundaries each time a little bit more and a little bit more. So I will start with the course this Saturday. And if you want to join, then on my webpage, femininerebirth.com, you will find the detail. I will also create a bundle with the past course, A New You. So it is a work in progress, right? With the feminine energy, you don't want to do everything at once, or if you don't know how to do step number 3, you stop here and say, oh, I don't know step number 3, so I don't do anything. No, it's not like that, but it's like you start and you ask yourself, what is the next step that I need to do here? That step is start the live stream. Okay, I will do it. I'm present and I do it, right? And then what is the next step after the live stream? Maybe it's the refinement that I have to do on the technical side on my website. Okay, after this, I will do that. What is the next step? On Saturday, I will be present to start teaching. Okay, I will do that, right? And this is how it unfolds. All right. What else? Okay, some questions that we will make sure to cover there, even if you don't have your passion now, the idea that you know, okay, this is my business idea, we will help you to uncover what it is. Especially when you have many interests, it can be challenging to find one thing that you will go on with. So understanding your purpose is really going to help you with that. Also, when you find that, starting with your content creation, like I've started with my YouTube channel, is also one of the steps that is very important for creating, especially a coaching business, right? And on the path, I thought, okay, I want to take care of my family, so I won't have time to coach one-on-one. That's why the courses resonate so much for me, because I have my family, big family definition in Europe, in Germany, in Africa, where I come from Cameroon. A big family is something else. It's like my real family the family where I come from, my parents and my mom's, is really a big family. But here in Germany, when you have 3 children, you are called a big family. And that family needs also my energy. And that's why I've opened a few spots for one-on-one coaching, and the group coaching like courses is going to be an ideal way for me. Okay, and we will also talk about the fear of, oh, somebody is already doing it. What can I do? And we talk in this live stream about how it's about your own voice. It's about your own experience, because each one of us is so unique. And the way you will say something is totally going to resonate with one person who exactly was waiting for you because maybe your circumstances are similar, right? All right. So how to play also with your feminine energy and your masculine energy, because when we hear dream business, it's like, okay, I'm going to lie in my bed and sip some tea, some hot tea, and everything is going to be attracted to me naturally. It's possible. It reminds me of our limiting belief around money when we say, oh, I'm going to create wealth in my life. We don't have to limit where that wealth will come from, right? It can come from your partner who gets a promotion at his work, or a bonus. It can come from your siblings. It can come from a past debt that someone had with you, but you have forgotten about it, and then it comes to you. So make it a point to invest in yourself, because what you invest in yourself compounds, right? It's never lost. For example, you can start saving for your birthday, and then on your birthday, you finally bought that course that you so desired. And also, you can attract it in the form of a client. Yes, you can have a new client, right? If you already have a business that is rolling, or it can be that someone who has a debt with you comes and gives you that money. So this is your power of manifestation. Being a power manifestor, it means that you don't define the source, how your money, how your wealth will come, but you let it come from many, many ways possible. This is why when you have an idea, this is the divine guidance, and your part is to act on it. And the quicker you act, the better it is. Because one funny thing is that the more you wait to take action, the more those limiting beliefs come in, and they start to persuade you, to dissuade you from your idea. So this is forever from my husband, firefighter. Okay, so I will leave you also with this live stream, and I'm so excited to start teaching on Saturday, and I'm so grateful that I could answer the call also today and do this live stream. And I wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart. Until next time, stay inspired. I love you. Bye. Bye bye. Oh, if you have any question, you can write them down. I will wait 5 minutes before I go. I forgot to ask if you have any questions. Well, if not, we are going to stop here. Okay, I said 5 minutes, but I think it's too much. If you are not typing right now, then I would say, well, stay inspired, and until next time, I love you. Sending you lots of love and many, many blessings. Bye.